For decades, Caribbean nationals dreaming of visiting Canada faced a major hurdle: the tedious and often frustrating visa application process. Lengthy paperwork, embassy appointments, and uncertain wait times made spontaneous travel nearly impossible. But now, in a historic shift, Canada has lifted visa requirements for passport holders from 5 Caribbean nations. This landmark decision opens doors for tourism, business, family visits, and even immigration opportunities. So, which countries made the cut? Who qualifies? And what does this mean for the future of Canada-Caribbean travel? Let's dive in. Which Caribbean countries can now enter Canada visa-free? As of the latest update, citizens of the following 5 Caribbean nations no longer need a visa to fly to Canada: Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia Street, Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago. This means travelers from these islands can now book a flight to Canada without undergoing the traditional visa process, a massive win for tourism and cross-border mobility. But wait, there's a catch. While this is a huge step forward, not every passport holder from these countries is automatically eligible. The Canadian government has set specific conditions to qualify for visa-free entry. You must have held a Canadian visa within the last 10 years, or you currently possess a valid US non-immigrant visa. This means Canada is prioritizing travelers with a proven history of visa compliance, reducing risks while still expanding access. Why did Canada make this change? 1. Strengthening Caribbean-Canada relations. Canada has deep historical and cultural ties with the Caribbean, including a large diaspora community. By easing travel restrictions, Canada is fostering stronger economic and social connections. 2. Boosting tourism and business. The Caribbean is a key market for Canadian tourism, and vice versa. Easier travel means more visitors, exploring cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal, boosting local economies. 3. Reducing embassy backlogs. Visa processing has been a bottleneck for years. By exempting low-risk travelers, Canada can streamline entry procedures and focus resources on higher priority cases. 4th, encouraging skilled migration. Canada faces labor shortages in key industries. By simplifying entry for qualified professionals and students from the Caribbean, the country can attract much-needed talent. Who benefits most from this policy? 1. Frequent travelers. Business professionals, academics, and those with family in Canada no longer need to apply for visas repeatedly. 2. Students and young professionals. Studying or working in Canada just got easier for eligible Caribbean nationals, opening doors to world-class education and career opportunities. 3. Families and tourists. Reuniting with loved ones or vacationing in Canada is now more accessible than ever. 4th, investors and entrepreneurs. With easier entry, Caribbean business owners can explore Canadian markets, attend conferences, and seek investment opportunities. Important notes and limitations. While this is exciting news, travelers should keep these key points in mind. This only applies to air travel. Land or sea entry still requires a visa. You must have an electronic travel authorization, ETA. A quick online process, but mandatory before boarding. Border officers have final say. Even with visa-free status, entry is not guaranteed. Not all Caribbean nations are included. Jamaica, Barbados, and others still require visas. What's next? Will more countries be added? Canada has hinted that more Caribbean nations could join the visa-free list if this pilot program succeeds. Countries like Barbados, Jamaica, and the Bahamas are strong candidates for future inclusion, given their stable economies and low immigration risks. Advocacy groups are already pushing for expansion, arguing that broader visa waivers would strengthen regional ties and boost Canada's economy. What do you think? Is your country on the list? Would you move to Canada if you could? Which Caribbean nation should be added next? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, share it with someone who's been waiting for this opportunity.